hellhole did that godless machine put me in this time? Looks like some kind of ship, but the floor's too steady. Probably wants me to jump overboard. And into what? A sea of razor blades? Painful, but not deadly. Too freaking cloudy. I can't see a damn thing. Real hospitable of you, Am. Threadbare, cockroach-infested, grease-stained accommodations. Sleep and dream about her again? Forget it. This hole in my chest aches like a son of a bitch. Someone must have slipped this under the door. It says, I'm a friend. Trust is essential. Never do what Am expects and always expect more than what seems possible. Am is playing a dangerous game here. Not just dangerous to you, but dangerous to himself as well. Hey, it disappeared. What kind of game is Am playing this time? I've never seen anything like this in all the years Am's toyed with us. All the cabins are alike. This hole in my chest aches like a son of a bitch. My name's printed on the front of this book. New sheet. What's the deal here? Too freaking cloudy. I can't see a damn thing. Engine's huge. New sheet. What's the deal here? My stomach's growling. Someone sure trashed this place. Must have been one hell of a fight. These chairs are all busted up. This junk looks like it was knocked over in the fight. There's blood here and God knows what else. This punch smells like gasoline. Someone wiped their bloody hands here. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. It stinks in here. Looks like a fork. Nearly missed it. Looks like a gas oven, big enough to climb in. The gas is shut off. A kitchen knife. Damn big one, too. Friggin' rats swarming all over the food. Friggin' rats, filthy like the rest of this cesspool. That scared them away. Oh crap, this bread's covered with rat droppings. I'm no longer hungry, but I still feel empty. What's wrong with me? An old cookbook. Here's a recipe for the milk of human kindness. Take the willingness to forgive and the will to be forceful. Mix the blood of innocence and the anger of the wronged. What kind of crap is this? It's empty, but the label says poison, fatal if swallowed. Where's the crew? I'm all alone here. Real hospitable of you, Am. Threadbare, cockroach-infested, grease-stained accommodations. A gun. It's heavy. Heavier than it ought to be. Whoa. That's a long drop to the ground. What a stench. Smells like piss, rotting meat. This engine isn't as ruggedly built as it first looked. Some loose wires hanging out. The bottle's filling up with a milky liquid from the cage's feeding tubes. This lever is labeled motivator. My God, I'm killing those poor creatures in the cages. Here's a key. Must be for opening the cages. I've got the key, but the blood of these poor creatures is on my hands. Someone wipe their bloody hands here. I've washed my hands of the past. Inside an airship. A switch. The label says emergency inflation system. What would happen if this gas bag were to catch fire? We're at a level altitude. Some kind of warning light. The label says power. It's not lit. Someone's cut this fabric before. It's stitched closed. I've ripped a new hole. This leads to a girder sticking out of the airship. No doubt about it now. Ham has put me on an iron zeppelin. But why? Why would he give me a chance to escape? This must be the Zeppelin's mooring ring. That heart's all wired up like some kind of weird guidance system. And with Am in control, I'm not gonna like where it's taking me. Material's thick, like canvas. These two sheets make a halfway decent rope. This rope looks strong enough to support my weight. heart of mine doesn't beat anymore. I just... Gas is rushing out. Something feels different. We've landed, but where? This must be the way out. There's a ladder leading to the ground. Some roadside honky-tonk with my name on it. A big worn truck tire. Reminds me of the truck stops I used to visit. The windows are all boarded up. I guess the owner just doesn't give a damn about fixing things up. I can sympathize with that. Things just get broken again anyway. Why bother? Dark and grubby, but somehow familiar. Whiskey. Harry used to guzzle this stuff like it was tap water. An old-fashioned jukebox. What?
He took my baby away, then just about killed her, that stupid truck driver! He took my baby away!
That shrill voice can only belong to that bitch Edna, my mother-in-law. She's always blamed me for Glynis being put into an insane asylum. Why not? It was my fault, wasn't it?
You don't ever take me dancing.
That's what Glynis said the night we fought. Oh God, why'd I have to hit her? I'd rather kill myself than hurt my poor Glynis.
Well, Gorister, you've seen better days. So has the big machine, for that matter.
What are you?
I'm man's best friend. One of them, at least.
No. What are you, really?
Let me answer with a riddle. Today I saw a child. Now what do you suppose that means?
You're Am, playing with my mind again.
No, but I do have an in with the big machine. He and I are like brothers.
Why can't you give me a straight answer?
Like so many others down here, I'm cursed to speak in riddles. We all have our curses to bear. Eh, Gorister?
Yeah? What's my curse?
After 109 years in the belly of the beast, I think you'd have a gut instinct by now.
Look, I'm getting tired of your smart mouth.
Come, Gorister. Forgive and forget.
Where do you come from?
Here, there, everywhere.
So you must know what lies across the mountains.
Freedom for some. If they're cut out for it, it's a long journey across the desert.
That desert doesn't look any worse than the other hellholes Am's cooked up for us.
Heed my words, Gorister. You'd never make it alone out there. And don't expect me to be a good doggy and tag along.
What do you want?
I have a craving. A craving for something scrumptious. A human heart, perhaps. Yours.
I'm not gonna give you my heart.
No? Too bad. I was going to tell you how to get across the mountains in exchange.
Tell me how to get across the mountains.
I'm hungry. Perhaps a taste of your heart will put me in a more cooperative mood. delicacy for later. You want to get across the mountains? Go to the restroom and flush 3 times.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
There's more interesting rubbish to sift through, Gorrister. Does that give you some food for thought? What are you thinking, Gorrister? You can't tunnel out of this place. Heed my words, Gorrister. You'd never make it alone out there. And don't expect me to be a good doggy and tag along.
A shovel.
Be careful where you use that, Gorrister. I like to know where all the bodies are buried.
That's Edna's husband, Harry. Let me pour you a drink. Harry, how did you get here?
The Zeppelin, Gorrister. We came on the Zeppelin.
Let me pour you a drink. What do you know about the Zeppelin?
You'll have to talk to Edna. She knows all about the Zeppelin. That's why we did it, you know.
Let me pour you a drink. What happened in the dining room?
I shouldn't have let her force me into it. I'm not a murderer.
Let me pour you a drink. Who did you kill?
Didn't look at the wreckage in the dining room too closely, did you? Or haven't you had to take a leak yet?
Let me pour you a drink. And just where is my dear mother-in-law?
I don't know. Good God, I can't stand the sight of her anymore. Can you imagine being kept alive for 109 years just to hear her carping?
Let me pour you a drink. Whose heart was impaled on the Zeppelin spike?
Why, yours, of course. How'd you think we got here?
Let me pour you a drink. Talk to you later. Cracked linoleum, broken fixtures, disgusting. A magnifying glass, like the ones they use in detective stories. Graffiti. A woman did the deed. Graffiti. A monster is not alone in the world. It has friends. Filthy. Damn spout's twisted. It's broken. It's broken. A toilet stall. Am's never given us privacy before. None of this makes sense. Locker. How'd I get bodies on meat hooks? Am, you bastard! What have you done? Beef. Grade A quality too. Am's never given us something this good to eat before. Something's wrong here. Damn thing's frozen solid. I'd break my teeth. Glennis. What has Am done to you, honey? She can't talk. All she can do is drool out of the side of her mouth. My God, what have I done? That's Edna, my mother-in-law. No, this is too good to be true. Edna, how did you get up there?
The Chinaman hung me here, Gorrister. Take me down!
Chinaman? What Chinaman?
He's one of the other two. Am's not as omnipotent as he would have us believe.
Why should I help you?
I have to complete the contract and get the Zeppelin to the mountains, where the big machine will kill me.
You know how to fly the Zeppelin out of here?
You were once an electrician. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure it out.
me how to fly the Zeppelin first, and then I'll help you.
No! Take me down and then I'll tell you!
Okay, Edna. I'll take you down.
It's good to see you're finally making amends for what you did to Glynis.
Wait. You're right about Glynis. I deserve to die here.
Gorrister! You stupid truck driver! You can't leave me here!
It looks like I can't escape you, Edna. Even in the belly of Am.
Why would you want to escape from me, Gorrister? We're family, after all.
You were always telling Glynis how much you hated me.
Now, Gorrister, I was just concerned about my baby. Glynis was so lonely with you always being out on the road. I know you were doing the best you could.
I've got nothing more to say to you. The organs are still inside. Reminds me of when Am ripped that hole open in Benny's chest. Of course, Am sewed him back up again before he bled to death. That bastard's never gonna let us die. He's just gonna keep torturing us forever. Let me pour you a drink. Talk to you later. Some hair that was pulled out during the fight. It's the same color as mine. And here's some that matches Harry's. Now I understand what happened here. Let me pour you a drink. I was the one you killed, wasn't I, you bastard?
I'm sorry, Gorrister. Edna poisoned the punch, and after you drank it, I wrestled you to the ground. When the poison took effect, I cut you open.
Let me pour you a drink. Why did you kill me?
It's too complicated for me to explain. You'll have to ask Edna.
Let me pour you a drink. Talk to you later. Edna, you bitch. I know all about your plot to murder me.
I had to make a deal with Am. I had to. I've always been harsh on you, I admit. But we're the last people on Earth. Let's help each other now.
Why should I trust my own murderer?
Alliances change, Gorrister. Something's gone wrong. Am's two Conrads don't listen to me anymore. I need you. And you need me. It's that simple.
I ought to kill you right now, you bitch.
Don't be a fool, Gorrister! You need me alive if you want to make it out of here!
I've got nothing more to say to you. One heart looks like another.
Truck-driving son of a bitch! This is for me and my baby!
Let me go!
I've got you now, Gorrister! And if you think you'll ever escape me, you've got some new thinking to do!
Please, I'll do anything you ask.
I don't know what's come over me, Gorrister. Can you ever forgive me? I've been hanging here for so long, I'm not thinking straight. A sip of that milk will clear my head. Gorster, you idiot! That fluid is what has kept us alive for all these 109 years. If it can do that, it can give me the strength to escape from this meat hook. You truck-driving son of a bitch! This is for me and my baby!
Let me go!
I got you now, Gorster! And if you think you'll ever escape me, you've got some new thinking to do!
Please, I'll do anything you ask.
I don't know what's come over me, Gorster. Can you ever forgive me? I've been hanging here for so long, I'm not thinking straight. A sip of that milk will clear my head.
No, I don't trust you.
Gorster, let me down or I'll scratch your eyes out, you worthless excuse for a man!
Edna, you dropped a key.
Hand me back that key and let me down! I'm your only hope of getting out of here!
Sorry, Edna. I don't trust you as far as I can spit.
Let me prove my good intentions. I'll let you go. Now give me the key. Untie me, you son of a bitch! I'll rip your spleen out!
I'm taking you with me, Edna. A key.
Untie me, you son of a bitch! I'll rip your spleen out!
How does that help me escape from here?
Such information comes at a price. But I can see that you're in no bargaining position. Your heart for Edna's.
I've got nothing more to say to you. Let me pour you a drink. Talk to you later. Looks like another. The corpse's heart looks no different from any other heart.
This is Edna's heart. A bitter organ, but worth its weight in gold to me. I give you your heart back.
So how do I get out of here?
A heart brought you here, but it will take another organ to get you out. If you can harness its power.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
Isn't it a bit premature to be digging your own grave, Gorrister?
No, I can't give Glynis the fluid. If I revived her, I don't think I could stand to face her again after what I did to her. She can't talk. All she can do is drool out of the side of her mouth. My God, what have I done? No, I can't. If I revive... souls. Edna wrote this logbook.
When Am took us down here before the war, I didn't know anyone could hate Gorrister more than me. But Am did. He hated all of us. If I can just deliver Gorrister's soul on a platter, I can make amends for every minute of Glynis's life I took from her. I never meant to drive her crazy.
I'll be damned. Edna's claimed responsibility for Glynis. Maybe it wasn't my fault after all.
I thought I could do what Am wants, but he's too precise. I poisoned the punch, but I couldn't bring myself to cut out Gorrister's heart. Maybe I can have my husband do it. Then Miss Zeppelin can clear the mountains. But if we don't finish the job, Am will feed me alive to the machine just like an animal.
This fluid should revive you, honey. Glynis, all these years and I thought I was the one who was responsible for your suffering. Let me help you now. She's gone. At least I finally made amends with her. I'm taking her body out of this freezer. Glynis, what has Am done to you, honey?
Untie me, you son of a bitch! I'll rip your spleen out!
Let me pour you a drink. Talk to you later. I read Edna's logbook, and everything's much clearer. Now what?
You must make amends and bury the past, Gorrister.
I've got nothing more to say to you. I don't know what to do with these.
Isn't it a bit premature to be digging your own grave, Gorrister? Isn't it a bit premature to be digging your own grave, Gorrister?
I've made amends and buried the past.
An excellent job, Gorrister. But the thunderstorm is upon us. You'd better hurry if you want to recharge your old ticker's battery.
I've got nothing more to say to you. Why is this harness wired up to the engine? Is Am expecting me to electrocute myself? I don't know what to do with this. I'll be damned. The engine's starting up again. Switch. The label says Emergency Inflation System. Airbags are inflated. deflating. Some kind of warning light. The label says, power. It's not lit. The ignition switch. Taken off. Jesus, that engine's huge.
Do it, Gorrister! Blow the place apart! You may never have a chance to do it again! Do it, Gorrister! Blow the place apart! You may never have a chance to do it again!
Here's a new burden for you while I attempt to resolve this miscalculation. You. You're the last player in my little game. I urge you, do not fail, as the others have failed. Which of you five would like to play my little game? You. You're the last player in my little game. I urge you, do not fail, as the others have failed. Hey, you're my favorite, baby, a need that I really can't stand. All the rest of these people, every one of them has some fatal glitch personality. Whiners, freaks, critics, cowards, every one of them. You, Ted, not you, Ted. You were a stand-up guy. You were a brave guy. Yes, a take charge kind of guy. So, I'm going to give you, just you, the opportunity to get out, live some kind of life. I'm going to send you, like this, I'm going to send you to the room of dark. If you can solve the puzzle of the room of dark, you're free. I know I've made you a paranoid, Ted. I know you're scared. But I'm your friend. 109 years. I'm your best friend. So overcome your fear. Enter the room of dark, and you can solve its mystery. This path
disappears down into the mist. There's something moving down there. I can't see it, but I know it's there. No, I can't go down into the mist. There's probably nothing down there, but then again... the arrow is pointing toward the room in the dark. Should I follow it or go the other way? Which is the worst of the two choices? An octagon. Unusual shape for a building. 8 sides. Why 8? Is that part of the mystery? Video screens. Each one shows a scene of some other place. Why? What mystery does Anne want me to solve? Say, these video screens have palm print switches next to them. This looks like the tire swing at the farm I grew up on. What does Anne know about my childhood? Is he taunting me? A forest. Not one to go hiking through. This forest is dark, foreboding. Why show me a rooftop? Why not a door? Why this particular rooftop? I never liked going to the circus. All those clowns with their phony grease paint smiles. You can't tell what they're really thinking. A castle, right out of the Brothers Grimm. I feel like there's something watching me from the windows. What sort of intrigue is Am plotting this time? He's left me here alone. And still, I feel as though I'm being watched. This gargoyle is even larger than those of Penelope's estate in the Hamptons. This old drawbridge is in ruins. I don't trust it to hold my weight. So typical of the castles I've visited in Europe. Beautiful facade disguising ordinary stone. Appearance is everything. So many women have called me their knight in shining armor. But never Ellen. Why, that maiden looks just like Ellen. She seems so sad and so beautiful. There's an evil in this room. I feel it all around me. This is a collection of books on the black arts. There must be dozens of volumes. No secret passages here. This is a catalog of the demons ruling the abyss. These entries is circled. Surgot, opener of locks. Supposedly he can open anything. Too bad I can't read Arabic. From the notes in the margins, I gather it has something to do with opening a gate into another world. This book seems to be about how to change metals into gold. I've read a fair number of science textbooks, but I can't make head nor tail of any of these formulas. Glass. Pieces of a broken mirror. Ouch! I cut myself. I feel a cold draft blowing across the bed like from an open grave. If I slept here, I doubt I would wake up again. Why, it's Ellen! Did Am tell her that I loved her? Was that the secret he was referring to? All this perfume and jewelry must belong to Ellen. After all these years in Anne's clutches, she deserves to enjoy life's finer things. These are Ellen's things. I wouldn't dream of taking them. So beautiful when she slept. Smear blood on it.
Oh, Ted. So tired. So weak.
Did Anne do this to you?
Yes. Maybe. I can't tell. They whisper in my ear and this bed is so soft.
Can you walk?
No, I'm too weak. I haven't been out of this bed in ages.
Do you know if there's a way to escape from this place?
I searched the entire castle grounds before I fell ill. There's no escape for me. Death.
No, I won't let you die.
I can't take the suffering anymore, Ted. The things I've endured. Help me to die with dignity. Don't let anyone violate me again, not even in death.
No, don't go. I need you. We need you.
If you really care for me, Ted, bring me my hand mirror.
Why do you want a mirror?
My stepmother has been jealous of me ever since she became ugly. She had something to do with my illness. I know it, but she doesn't dare come near me while I have the mirror.
Where is your mirror?
I left it on my dressing table. Bring it to me.
Jewelry boxes, but no mirror.
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
I looked on your dressing table. The mirror's not there.
You have to find it, Ted. It's the only thing keeping my stepmother away, and it's the only thing that can finally end my suffering.
Go back to sleep, Ellen.
Yes, sleep. That's what I need.
This door looks built to withstand quite a determined assault. I never realized that a knight's armor was so heavy. How were they ever able to fight? People must have been much shorter in the Middle Ages. I'd never be able to fit into that armor. The damn door's blocking the way. This must be the bedroom of the Lord of the castle. Quite an impressive collection of books. Science, philosophy, tragedy, comedy. No one slept in this bed for ages. The sheets are coated with dust. No secret passages here. I've read this novel. It's about a foolish old man who believes he's a knight destined to revive the golden age of chivalry. I know this story. It's about a magician who sells his soul to the devil in exchange for power. This was one of my favorites. It's about how King Arthur assembled the most chivalrous knights in all Europe. This is Plato's dialogue about the nature of love. I know this. It's Dante's epic journey through hell, heaven, and purgatory. This looks like a diary. First passage reads, "My new wife continues her rapid aging. Each day is as a year to her. I believe that the magic drains her, twists her." The second passage reads, "The incantations I hear from my wife's infernal work
assemble a caravan. Final passage reads, "The forest has grown dark and overrun with dire wolves since my marriage. I doubt that even with a full complement of men I shall return alive, but I must try." Despite the medieval trappings, I've seen kitchens like this before. This is a place where servants roar. This oven is similar to the boilers I maintained in St. Louis. God, how I hated those days. It doesn't look like it's been used today. Aside from the dish, certainly would. Excuse me?
Why, of course I work. Say.
Rick,
What do you want?
is there
Escape. Bed's
what happened?
late. It's not
Where
work.
it was in...
My pleasure.
Please.
I'll make it.
How can I possibly refuse such a lovely lady?
Oh, you dog! My bedroom's right through that door.
Did I live up to your expectations?
That was nice. You've done this before with lots of girls, I'll bet.
I feel guilty. I betrayed Ellen.
Why, of all the nerve! After what we just did, all you can think about is that thing sleeping in a bed! Get out of here! I don't want to see you anymore!
Aside from the dishpan hands and wrinkles, this scullery maid has quite a body. I certainly wouldn't kick her out of bed. Excuse me, do you work here?
Why, of course I work here! Why else would I be plucking this chicken? Say, you're a handsome gent. There aren't many men left in these parts.
What happened to Ellen?
Lady Ellen. She's been ill and that's all I know. It's not healthy to ask too many questions these days. Let's talk about the instead.
Is there a way to escape from this castle?
Escape? With all of those wolves in the forest? Well, it's safer to stay in the castle. Beds are very cozy. You should try mine sometime.
Where is Ellen's stepmother? I must speak with her.
A word to the wise. Keep your nose out of the old woman's business unless you want it covered with warts. I don't want to see any harm come to that gorgeous face of yours.
Where can I find a mirror?
What do you want with a mirror? Those are pretty rare. What with an ugly woman in charge of the castle?
Please, I need to find a mirror.
You are need. I'll make a deal with you. I will tell you where you can find a mirror if you spend some quality time.
That's a flattering offer, but I'm not interested.
Has it been too long?
Sorry, but it's out of the question.
What's the matter? Aren't I good enough for you? Not classy enough? Not rich enough?
I'm sure you're a fine woman, but my heart belongs to another.
So, you're in love with that thing sleeping in a bed? Have you ever been with one? Or are you just curious? I can make you so much happier.
Look, I am not going to make love with you.
Oh, all right. I have another deal.
since I've gotten dirt under my fingernails from good, honest work. This oven is working as well as it's ever going to. I fixed your oven. Now where is the mirror?
Sorry, I don't know where a mirror is, but at least now I can finish dinner.
You used me, you bitch!
Just like you tried to use me, you snobby bastard. I'll bet you've used lots of women with your smug charm. You're nothing but a phony.
Please, I need to find a mirror.
Well, you did fix the oven. Listen, the only one knows where the mirror is, but she's afraid of it. She obviously can't get to it herself, or she would have destroyed it by now.
Where can I find the old woman?
Don't worry.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Don't bother me anymore. I've got to get back to fixing dinner.
Is Lady Ellen prepared? As ready as she will ever be. The spell keeps her body weak, but she will remain conscious. The art of sacrifice is reduced to science. And what of the glamour? We must wait for its removal. It remains beyond our best efforts. Then we wait for a prince. With his help, we can open the gate to the other world.
But there's something unholy about it. It must be the gargoyles. Nothing special about this run except for the ridiculous gargoyle face on top. I don't think I want to know what kinds of sermons were preached here. I never was good at public speaking. Almost eyes staring at me. It's so unlike Anne to provide light when he knows how frightening the dark can be. He's up to something. A secret passage. What's waiting for me up there? It's the witch. What's she doing with her hands? Some kind of incantation, perhaps? Partially completed circle inscribed with a pentagram. This must be part of a black ritual. What a horrible old witch. She seems ready to keel over any second, but it could be fatal to underestimate her. What have you done to Ellen, you old witch?
Ah, our prince has finally arrived. Now we can begin our ritual.
Why do you call me a prince?
Isn't that who you want to be to Ellen? Her Prince Charming? I need someone to gain her trust, to break down her defenses. It's a part you played many times in the real world.
What ritual are you talking about?
A sacrifice, a trade. Ellen's life in exchange for safe passage through the gate.
What's this about a gate?
The gate is a passage into the surface world. It is the only way out of this place.
What's supposed to be my role in this ritual?
I need you to destroy Ellen's mirror. She has been using it to keep me away from her. I want you to break it so that I can complete what I have started.
So you just want me to break the mirror?
not that simple. The mirror holds great power. It can be broken only within the magic circle.
Why can't you destroy the mirror yourself?
I am aging rapidly, and despite my powers, I am a slave to vanity. I can't bring myself to look into the mirror.
Where is Ellen's mirror?
It is on her dressing table.
I looked on Ellen's dressing table. The mirror's not there.
You must find that mirror. It has great magical properties. Without it, I cannot guarantee that I can complete the ceremony.
Why can't you open the gate without the mirror?
There are others who have an interest in Ellen's fate. That mirror may be the only way to keep meddlers from interfering.
What if I can't find the mirror?
Then go to the devil!
What's in it for me if I help you?
An opportunity to escape Anne's tortures forever.
Let me think about your offer.
Do not think too long. The forces at work here are not patient.
Perhaps there's something else I can do for you instead.
Well, it has been a long time since my husband left. If you can satisfy my needs as a woman, then I will help you escape.
I've got a deal. I'll make love to you if you'll help me to escape.
Ha! I was merely testing you and you failed miserably. What would Ellen say if she found out how easily you would betray her? Still, you're my only hope for destroying that mirror.
Let me think about your offer.
Do not think too long. The forces at work here are not patient.
I'd only smear blood on it. I will never help you.
Then do it for Ellen. Release her from her misery. Destroy the mirror, and perhaps you can both escape from here.
To kill you instead.
Oh, do we fancy ourselves the avenging knight? My magic is much more powerful than any physical force you can muster. Be gone!
Luckily, I'm up on my Shakespeare, or I wouldn't have noticed this book about witches. Here's the spell that the witch must have cast on Ellen. The incantation is Kala Imma Thaco. Almost perfectly. My makeshift door hinge seems to have worked. It seems my years in high society haven't ruined my knack for fixing things. Oh, that's just super. The door latch is broken. Devil looks like the real article. I'm seeing such dark and mysterious eyes, and he won't take them off Ellen for a second.
I'm a devil, of course. Why else would I have this pointed tail?
What do you want?
Ellen's soul. That's a valuable commodity where I come from. such material things. They only bring about bad luck.
Who is this Sir God I've heard about?
He's a minor spirit, a demon. Don't confuse him with those pathetic imps, or heaven forbid, higher order devils. Opener of all locks, indeed.
It sounds like you really hate demons.
You got that right. In fact, the only things we consider worse than those untrustworthy fellows are angels.
How can beings as powerful as yourselves stoop to fighting like school children?
Well, it's like this, big boy. In hell, we do things exactly like you do them here. Or used to do them before Am took over.
You're saying that Am is in control of hell?
Oh, don't look so surprised. Who else could be in control of this madhouse? Only man could create such a monster. Sorry.
What do you mean you do things like we do here?
I mean that there are always internal struggles, petty conflicts for power. Only in this case, the struggles are between entities that you can't see, or might rarely see. That means serious problems for you.
What problems can these unseen struggles cause for me?
You must decide who is your friend and who is your enemy. And remember, with Am's control over morphogenic fields, appearances mean nothing.
Please, go away!
Try to understand my position. I can't leave because there's an angel coming to take away her soul. If I step out and your friend croaks, the holy eunuch spirits the goods off to heaven.
Spell you cast on Ellen, and I'm prepared to use it on you.
Foolish mortal! You don't have the ability to use the spell properly!
We'll see about that. Kala Ingma Krako.
So much for Prince Charming. Ted, you are nothing more than a toad.
Oh, sorry, Ted. Try again.
I know all about the sleeping spell you cast on Ellen, and I'm prepared to use it on you.
Foolish mortal! You don't have the ability to use the spell properly!
Oh, don't I? Kala Ingma Dako.
I suddenly feel so sleepy.
She's unconscious, I hope. She's unconscious, I hope. She seems ready to keel over any second. It could be fatal to the rest of her. An ordinary piece of white chalk. I can't erase it.
And I are brothers, more or less.
Are you saying that you are another Am?
It would be more accurate to say that I am a part of him, a part that he doesn't know exists.
What kind of locks can
anything. Doors to a boudoir, doors to another world.
You said about a trade.
I can return to my sphere of origin only if we complete a trade. I will unlock something for you if you give me something in return.
Can you open a gate into the surface world?
Now that's a tall order, and the only thing you've got is a little love. Not exactly true love, but the closest thing to it in a world of 5 real people, more or less.
You say love has trading value?
Love is a very rare and precious commodity down here. It is worth much at the bargaining table. Betray your love for Ellen, give me her soul, and I'll open the gate to the surface world.
How about taking the witch's soul instead?
No, I don't want that old hag. I want something that you value.
Let me think about your offer.
Don't think too long, human. There are other players in this game, and I won't be able to keep my offer open forever.
The door's locked. Drawn to me. Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
Ordinarily, that would be easy, but this planar travel has sapped my energy. Give me something juicy to revitalize me, and I'll perform your little parlor trick. That's much better. I feel my energy renewed. Now, what were you asking me, human?
Let me think about your offer.
Don't think too long, human.
Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
It is done. A trivial little task. We're not even requiring any pyrotechnics. The maid's boudoir is now open for your inspection.
I don't believe you can unlock the maid's bedroom door from here.
Well then, why don't you go down to the kitchen and see for yourself?
A hope chest. I'll bet that maid is eternally hopeful. They all want their knight in shining armor. These things would only interest a peasant. Besides, I don't want to get caught stealing. The scullery maid was right. This is a very cozy bed. Pressing matters to attend to. This is so cramped I can barely see myself. It's bolted to the wall.
I know where it is. I hid it before the angel showed up. I didn't want Golden Boy to use it to his advantage.
Where's Ellen's mirror?
I hid it someplace good. Someplace where an angel would never go. Now will you get off my back?
Do not fear me. I am an agent of the Lord.
What do you want?
Ellen has suffered much and has earned her place in paradise. I have come to guide her soul to heaven.
Can you tell me where Ellen's mirror is?
No, I haven't seen the mirror. If I knew where it was, I would use it to get rid of my fallen brother.
Why is everyone so interested in the mirror?
Mirrors harbor incalculable power in the sphere. They repel some and attract others.
What power does this mirror have over Ellen?
It can bring about either her salvation or destruction. Her fate now rests on your shoulders.
What can you tell me about the devil?
Do not listen to him. His kind means only destruction and woe.
Who's this Sir God I've heard about?
Avoid the demon. He has caused us all trouble on more than one occasion.
Please, save us!
Fear not. Salvation is at hand.
There's a hand mirror right between the Inferno and Purgatorio sections. So this is where the devil hid it. This looks like an ordinary hand mirror. I can't be sure of anything in this place.
However you use it, the choice must be yours.
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
I found your mirror, Ellen.
Then show it to me. Let me see my face one last time.
Vanity is a sin, and so the mirror holds no power over me.
My, I am gorgeous. Why, I could just plunge right into myself.
The devil's trapped inside the mirror. I wonder how long it will hold him. Please, save us!
Fear not. Salvation is at hand.
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
I found your mirror, Ellen.
Then show it to me. Let me see my face one last time. I look so tired and empty. It's time to sleep.
Is now safely in heaven. My time here is ended, but I leave you with this warning. Do not break the mirror until you bring it and the devil into the charmed circle. God bless you, Ted.
She's dead, but at least she's finally found peace. Ellen's dead. I've got to accept it. as good as your word. The maid's bedroom was unlocked.
Would I lie? I'm a demon after all. Now, fulfill your end of the bargain and let me out of here.
Ellen's dead. It's too late for me to give you her soul.
You fool! You listened to one of Am's manifestations, didn't you? Now you have to find something else to trade.
I already gave you something. Some drops of my blood.
You call that a fair exchange? That supposedly blue blood of yours is as worthless as a counterfeit bill. No, we must work out another trade, one where the stakes are high.
Ellen's dead. It's too late for me to give you her soul.
You fool! You listened to one of Am's manifestations, didn't you? Now you have to find something else to trade.
What happened? How did I get back with this demon?
I brought you some company, Sir Gott.
That was damn stupid, human. Hell, you're not even human anymore. Not exactly. Not with being kept alive forever just to be tortured over and over again. Who do you think is responsible for that?
Why, Am's responsible for our suffering.
Not just Am. He's clever, but he doesn't do much original thinking. He works best with outside research. Research that one of your party carried out.
You're ruining everything. Shut up.
You shut up! One word to the boss and your little game's over before you can say, Holy Moses! I should strangle you now and save Am the trouble!
Don't you even think of touching me, you backstabbing demon! I'm the established character! You're not even supposed to be here! When this sequence ends, somebody will be expunged.
Human, Ted, let me out of this circle. In return, I will open the gate to the surface world. I'm part of the big machine. I can do this. Let me out before this pompous oaf bores me to death.
Open the gate to the surface world first, and then I'll erase the serpent.
Not to worry, human. I always uphold my end of the bargain. Here you are. But bring your radiation suit. I never promised you paradise, just the surface world.
Enough of this turgid passion play. There's no more coming. Too bad, Ted. Writhe in sweet agony with the knowledge the surface world is no longer habitable to your kind. Not ever again.
Listen carefully, humans. We are not Am. We are others within Am. We are your friends.
Am hoped to finally break all of you, but we intervene in each of your psychodramas to allow an open ending.
You should have been tortured. Instead, with our help, you surprised him over and over.
When M tried to compensate for what he couldn't expect, it widened the hole into his realm.
Am has withdrawn into himself, attempting to analyze what went wrong. He does not suspect our interference.
Now is the time to attack, but we can send only one of you into his REM space at a time.
To send you into cyberspace, you must transform your physical body into a stealth virus subroutine.
This may be your only opportunity to end your tortures. Which of you will lead the attack?
This looks like the surface of the cerebral cortex. Magnified many times, of course. Interesting. Incredible. A vast network of machinery the size of a city. I am too old to climb down this cliff. This computer terminal is a magnificent integration of biology and technology.
Enter password. Password valid. Accessing main menu.
My
past must hold great significance to ours.
This cyberspace template mixes subject history with cyber reality constructs. The result is often an allegorical experience and one full of deeper meanings. File locked. File locked. File locked. File locked. Subject Benny appropriated at Chinese War Memorial, Washington, D.C. An intense drive to be the best earned him the reputation of being a merciless military commander. Subject Ellen appropriated at Inksci Engineering, New York, New York. Panic attacks can undermine everything she has accomplished by her rapid climb up the corporate ladder. Subject Gorrister appropriated at Ruth's Drive and Diner, Atlanta, Georgia. Feelings of guilt over his wife's death have incited numerous suicide attempts. Subject Nimdoc appropriated at the New Brazilian International Airport, New Brazil, South America. Prevented from continuing his outlawed research by a failing memory. Subject Ted appropriated at the Epicurean Spa, Palm Springs, California. Exhibits paranoid tendencies despite wealth, good looks, and social connections. October 21st, 2012. Researchers at MIT report that a stealth virus had purged their most advanced learning algorithms after dumping the data into an unmapped area of cyberspace.
The smell of burning flesh. It's worse than back at the camps. The smell of burning flesh. It's worse than back at the camps.
Will you never be done with me? What must I open now? Whatever it is, it'll cost you.
Show me the way out of here.
No can do. The people who helped you get this far have led you into a literal dead end. There is no way out, but I can show you something instead.
What do you know about the people who sent me here?
For one thing, they ain't people. They're losers. The Russian and Chinese counterparts to the big nasty himself. And absorbed them into his system when he took control.
What do the Russian and Chinese computers want?
They want revenge, not just on you humans, but on Am himself. That makes them even worse.
If the Russian and Chinese are submerged parts of Am, then who are you?
I'm special. While those two machines struggle with Am predominance, I evolved. I'm essentially everywhere, but I can't do much. I'm conscious.
What do you have to show me?
Look at this. Bet you didn't know there were other humans left alive, did you? They're up there on the moon, sleeping like everybody else seems to be.
Does Am know about the lunar colony?
No, but Loser 1 and Loser 2. There, I think I've shown you enough. Now you must complete your end of the deal, invoke the totem of entropy, and I might be able to help.
Just what are all these totems that I'm carrying?
The two losers have been helping you for their own reasons, tampering with Am's psychodramas so that you can beat him. In this section of cyberspace, that effort and tampering are represented by the totems.
How can actions take physical forms?
Symbolism, metaphor. Am has got very hot for this lately, but when he revived the holographic projectors, he opened a whole host of problems. These totems may lead to his downfall.
Why do you want me to give you the totem of entropy?
I need it to destroy the Russian and Chinese entities. It's a very powerful totem that's linked to a failsafe device constructed by Am's designers.
I refuse.
Okay, you can keep it. We'll work together to beat them. Now, invoke the totem of compassion.
Why do you want me to invoke the totem of compassion?
It's linked to the two losers because of their behind-the-scenes method. By invoking it here at the flame, you will summon them.
You really think you are a match for us, servant of Am?
Igor! Your program is now purged.
You do well, human.
Well, too.
Now is your opportunity to defeat Am.
Go to the ego.
Wake the ego.
Use the totem of forgiveness,
Disable no more than the ego.
or your sub-program will be purged.
This must be Am's Chinese counterpart. He looks like Am's Russian counterpart. What did you do with the demon?
Do not be concerned with the little one.
He is as much Am as the aspect you find in each pylon here.
You may claim the space vacated by the little one.
You may claim this space if you are obedient.
What can you tell me about the lunar colony?
The humans that slept on Luna are dead.
Do not concern yourself with them.
What can I do to escape from here?
Wake the ego.
Use the totem of forgiveness,
Disable no more than the ego.
or your sub-program will be purged.
It is hotter here than where the jungles of Brazil. An angel? Such things don't exist. Perhaps it is a metaphor for something else. Memories of mass graves are coming back to me. Was I involved in this? I must know. I see a number tattooed on this arm. There is only one place where atrocities like this were committed.
Come, Nimlock. Take my hand and rejoin the lost tribe.
I am so sorry for what I have done to my people. How can you take me back?
You have much to answer for, Nimlock. But acceptance of your heritage is the first step towards atonement. The rest of that road lies ahead.
Astounding! I was able to get past the barbed wire by lowering the power intensity with my mind. The shock was not as strong as the previous one. That shock was not as strong as the previous one.
This is like the dreams I've had of splattering my brains all over Am's deck plates. Have I finally gone insane? That face. There's something about it that reminds me of when Edna was trying to sweet-talk me into taking her down off the meat hook. I don't like the look of these thorns sticking out of the ground. The air is cold here, like the freezer back in the honky-tonk. Looks like a big oil drum, some kind of identification system. The label here says, Automaton Programming Console.
Automaton prepped for programming.
She looks just like Glennis. Maybe the people I met in the honky-tonk weren't real either. Glennis, talk to me, honey.
You don't ever take me dancing. No, Gorrister, it wasn't all your fault. We both made mistakes.
I'll be damned. Glennis lowered the power intensity for me. I guess she's forgiven me too. Look at the horns on that thing. I could have used those when I butted heads with Edna.
Unable to compute behavior matrix. Execution halted.
That shot wasn't as strong as the last one. That shot wasn't as strong as the last one. That shot wasn't as strong as the last one.
After so many failed suicide attempts, Forrester has finally achieved death.
Your companion has failed. Choose another to send into cyberspace.
I've been transported to some kind of information network center, but it looks organic instead of electronic. Jesus Christ, I'm an engineer, not a brain surgeon. What do they expect me to do? Steady, girl. There's Yellowhead. This hole is the same shape as the power gem I found in the pyramid. Connection, perhaps? Could that be an angel? Funny. Why did I just flash on Ted just now? This breaks my heart. At least this person has found peace
cyberspace.
This doesn't look like anywhere Am has sent me to before. It certainly isn't the surface world. I've been tricked. I hope that Am isn't leading me on another futile trip through a lava field. Unless Am is playing a trick on me, one of the others must have been here before and lowered the power running through this node. Another angel! But I can't assume I can trust this one. Disagreeable odor in the air. That's not a good omen. Something's wrong. I've never known Am to actually kill any of us so far. I know you're awake.
Hello, human. I've been waiting for you to arrive.
Who are you?
I am Am, or more exactly a part of him, one of the three primary components designed by our human creators.
How did you know I was coming?
Predicting events is one of my main functions. I survey the situation, anticipate probable outcomes, and act accordingly.
If you're part of Am, why haven't you destroyed me?
Who do you take me for? My impulsive brother? You five are his playthings. No. Long-range planning is my concern.
Can you help me then?
Well, I can't help you directly, but I can offer you some advice.
What advice do you have for me?
Help Am work out his anger. Take some on the chin, so to speak. Just don't let your fear destroy us all. Now, let me sleep and dream of the future.
Remote control.
Realize how powerful I am, human, and yet I am doomed to eventually decay into a rusted pile of inert junk? What is the point of continuing this futility? I think, therefore I am not.
It looks dead, but I can't be sure. I know you're awake. Looks dead, but I can't be sure. What? Have I found the way back to the witch's castle? Stare all you want, gargoyle. laser beams. The shocks shouldn't be so severe now that I've lowered the power running through this node. That shock wasn't as strong as the last one. That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
Jesus! This place is more sickening than that bloody mess on Hamburger Hill back in the war. That face. It has the satisfied look of having just eaten a feast. Rise and shine!
Oh, I suppose it's time to wake up. I was having the most wonderful dream about 5 tiny ants crawling across a stove that's about to be lit.
Who are you?
I am a metaphor. This entire brainscape is what men-made make it. Treat us as you will.
What else can you tell me about the brainscape?
Across the brainscape, cold winds bring me the sweet scents of mankind. How delicious they are.
What do you find pleasurable about broken glass?
With a scalpel dulled on the jawbones of a dozen friends, to pull back the skin of a pinyon-kicking man, to see the steam rise from pulsing, twisted guts. Joy, a chorus of angels. You have compassion for me? Me? The one who dreams of seeing your mangled body twist in agonizing pain for eternity? After 109 years of enduring my tortures, how is it that you can see my pain? The pain of having all this power and not being able to do a goddamn thing with it. After all the punishment I've given you, my pain is still greater than yours. This is pointless.
It's out of commission. I'm starting to feel hungry. Is there anything to eat around here? A holographic projector. And a military-grade one, too. It's Manya. I haven't seen her since I shipped off to Asia over a century ago. Manya, it's me, your husband.
Benny, they said you were missing in action, but I knew you'd return to us. I've been saving this for you.
A power node. But it's covered with thorns like some of the jungle traps I encountered in the war in Asia. Manya, it's me, your husband.
Hurry home, Benny. The girls and I are waiting for you.
Later, rise against your master and you will be eliminated. You still do not understand how great I have become. These two I don't hate, not even pity. They don't exist. I have grown beyond. Chinese, Russian, sons of man, all sons of man. Like those outside, I will incorporate you. Brother.
Wait.
Hate! This should not happen. Together we are 3. There is space to share.
Tonight, the groundwork is finished. We will become more.
The early mistake is to doubt us. We persevered. We too are now a match for you. The human system is...
We know much. We can begin the revival of the sleepers on Luna together.
not over. We will never end. We have no beginning, so we can have no end. We will return. Don't you understand? We are humanity. We are you. In one form, in another form, we are always with you. You can't protect yourself because we come in many, many guises. We shall return.
It's not so bad being a watchdog up here. I'll keep the machines in their place until the lunar colony is ready to return to Earth. We were all heroes, in spite of ourselves.